Hey y'all, so I had posted like the question a couple of days ago on my IG story of should I do like a mini series of confessions of a hurt church girl, and pretty much everyone said yes, like do it, like we need to hear that, like all of that good stuff. So, but before I get into that, I kind of want to address a few things. Now, this is not a let's talk about church people, let's bash the church sucks discussion, talk, serial, whatever you want to call it. This is not what I'm here for. I'm not about that because I love the church, I love the God's people and all of that. Now, and there's a difference between, and I'm going to get into that as well, like there's a difference between church hurt and correction. There's a difference between just being blatantly mean to people and just rude and nasty and hurting people's feelings, and a difference between being corrected on something that's wrong. There's a difference, and I think a lot of times, we confuse the two, like, oh, okay, this person said something about the way I dress. Now, I know like the issue around like church clothes, it's like a big thing, like what are church clothes and that whole topic. But sis, if you coming out to church with your boobs all hanging out and your butt out, expect for someone to tell you like, maybe you shouldn't dress like that. Now, I'm not for telling you, oh, don't wear your pants, don't wear your makeup, don't wear your earrings, because I wear all of the above to church. But at the end of the day, there's a way when you dress when you're going to see the queen. There's a way you dress when you come to church. Now, the approach in addressing that is the issue. And I just use like, the church clothes thing as an analogy because there's way more bigger scale things that need to be addressed. But I wanted to give a demonstration of church hurt and church correction. Like when you're leaders, when you're pastors, when the mothers or someone respecting is just coming to you saying, baby, listen, like, we need to talk about this thing here that's going on, whereas somebody just talking about you who they ain't got nothing going on with themselves, but just coming and saying something to you that's completely out of line and not in their place for them to say something to you. So I just wanted to clear that up. This is not a let's bash them, let's talk about people. No, this is a let's address these issues in the church. Let's address these things that are going on so we cannot stay in this place but heal from this place and progress. Now, so I'm gonna start it off with like a brief story. I was like 12 or 13. I don't remember the exact age. And this situation had nothing to do with me. I remember talking, this is like my former church I used to go to before I moved away. So there was like this young adult that used to go to my old church, and no one really liked her. Like, I don't want to use the word no one really liked her, but like she was made fun of a lot. And I remember talking to like someone who I have very much respect for, and the person was like, we were talking about how the person was like pretty much bullied in the church, and the person was like, to be in this church you need to have thick skin. And I remember like going home and thinking, I need thick skin to go to school. I need thick skin to be on social media. Why do I need thick skin to be in church? Like, that's the place where I go to run from all of the issues, all of the, people who are rude and mean, pretty much. I come here to get away from that. Now, why are you now telling me to be here? I need to have this thick skin. I need to have this protective layer. I need to be tough to come here. When I come here, my walls are supposed to be broken down. I'm supposed to be able to be vulnerable and all those things. And that stuck with me. I was like 12 or 13. I'm now 20. And I remember that exact conversation. I remember the Sunday, and I remember that person telling me to be here, you need thick skin. And I will never forget that, because I never want to forget that, how that made me feel. Like, wow, like, that's not what church is about. I shouldn't have to feel like I need to be tough to be here. I want to be able to feel vulnerable, and I can come here and tell you about my insecurities and tell you about my issues, and you can help me seek my healing, rather than I'm coming here and now I feel like I have to put on this facade of the tough girl and like I have nothing going on because you're gonna use that against me and say, oh, you should have been tougher. Like, no, that's not what church is about. And I feel that's like a major issue. Like, a lot of people feel that they need to have this facade of the tough girl, the tough guy, because they don't want nobody in the church to say nothing to them, or they feel that they're gonna be bullied, or like whatever term you want to use for it. And just like, no, sis, no, sit down somewhere. Like, and now you're a part of the problem because you're somebody saying we need to have tough skin, we need to be this. Like no, that's not what Jesus is about. How are you showing God's love through that? But yes, that was my little brief intro to it. I'm gonna come on here every so often and share a different story. I know some of you that came like in my inbox and said a lot of things that you want me to come on here and share. And please, if you have anything that you want me to talk about on here, things that you want me to say, things that you want me to address, comment, leave it in my DMs.